Right now, we're in Hammond, Indiana. It just finished raining here in Hammond. It was such a nice day. It was about 70 degrees, and and it was sunny all day. Then we had about 2 hours of rain. Some thunderstorms came through. This bike trail goes all the way from essentially almost East Chicago. You can take it all the way to like Munster and Highland, Indiana, and you can take it to Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is that way. Um, don't know how many people are going to be on the bike route right now since it just finished raining. Let's go a little bit faster here. All right, so we're going to go on PAS3. And I hope I don't get stranded out here. I don't live too far, so that should be all right. But I really want to make sure this battery is good. We're coming up on the Bears site. This area is pretty much considered Chicago. No matter what people from Chicago say, there's a lot of people that move from Chicago to here because of the proximity and how cheap it is to live in Hammond. But that's been changing lately since the NIPSCO. NIPSCO's been ridiculous. That's a whole nother topic. But let's stick to the topic at hand, Bears Stadium. Today they held a caucus. The Democrats had a caucus to talk about the vote for the stadium. And I guess they're gonna have a vote tomorrow, possibly. And we could know as soon as tomorrow, which will be perfect for Kevin Warren, because he would love to take the spotlight away from the draft and announce that they're moving to Arlington. But for right now, Hammond's still alive, and I haven't met much people from Hammond that didn't want the Bears to come. It seems like everybody that lives in Hammond or in Northwest Indiana, like Whiting, Highland, Cherville, I think everybody wants the Bears to come. Besides the people from Chicago, specifically the people from North Side Chicago, West Side Chicago, the people that don't know this area literally exists. And I do understand some of the gripes. I do understand that it's not the most pleasant compared to like Arlington, but you know, this is a blue collar city. This is a city that's on the come up. The development has been, getting better year to year. I lived here for roughly over 17 years, almost 20 years. I moved from Chicago, and the things that they've made improved here is very drastic. Simply like this area right here. So this would be essentially the area that the Bears want to purchase or build upon. This is I don't know if it's east side of Calumet, or no, this is the west side of Calumet. So this is the Wolf Lake side, and on the other side over here, there is the Lost Marsh, which we haven't got clear instructions on or blueprints on where exactly the stadium's going to be, what side, and how many footage it's going to be, or whatever. But the land here is much more, it's bigger than Arlington. I believe it's like almost 20 square feet bigger than Arlington. And, I'm trying to think of everything off the top of my dome, but a lot of the videos I saw from this area, when the Bears first announced they might possibly come to Hammond, we're in the wintertime. Everything looked kind of dead. Some people might think it still looks kind of dead, but this area right here is really nice and vibrant in the summertime. Now down there, yeah, we got the factories, and it does smell like gas. Not right now it does, but it does on occasion does smell like gas. And I can understand why out of towners would be like, why the hell are you building a stadium here? But that's the whole point. You build a stadium here, and we can build around the stadium, make the city great. Fortunately, we are not Arlington, where they you know, full of rich people. Let's be honest. It's rich people. The cost of living up there is probably a lot higher up there than it is here. But let's pause right here and let's just look at this. So this is Wolf Lake, guys. You can kind of see the Sears Tower, but you can see downtown from here. And this is a nice little area. I'm very curious to know whether or not a stadium would even fit over here. We're gonna be going up that hill right over here, and you get a better kind of view of this side, and then we can also see the view of the other side. That area is called the Pavilion. In the summertime, Hammond has the Festival of the Lakes, and we have like artists. Like this year is going to be Jelly Roll, Kevin Gates, a few other people are going to be coming, and it's like a week long event, and they have carnivals and stuff like that here. So it's pretty good, and people from Chicago come here all the time, and we get a lot more year to year. We get a lot more people from Chicago moving here because they just find out that this area exists, and it's so close to Chicago. So you get the benefits of being close to Chicago, and then you know you get the benefit of living in a cheaper area as well. But this is supposedly one of the sites where they're gonna build the stadium, where they would build the stadium. One of the renders I did see was like the stadium was like right here, and the pavilion was right over there. So who knows what the final renders are gonna be, but for the most part, I wanted to do this video because one, I wanted to show everyone how this place looks in the springtime. And it's a nice sunny day now that the rain's gone. It's kind of quiet, and then also wanted to test my battery out. Let's check out behind the pavilion. I'm sure I'm gonna get people just staring at me. All right, guys. All right, so you know, one of the things about this camera is I got the DJI Action 4 camera. I'm filming in normal color mode. I'm not filming in D-Log because this is my first time recording. So I kind of wanted to just see how the quality was, and just see overall how it looks. So this is a nice little area. So right now we're behind the pavilion. We'll take a quick trip in front of it, but this is behind the pavilion. Okay, and we have concerts here. I forgot my mouth mask, so it's gonna be bugs coming in my mouth. But so this is the pavilion right here, guys. There's concerts here. Sometimes there's even churches that come here and hold mass here. There's yoga events that come here. There's Frank Sinatra events. There's all kinds of events throughout the year, and it looks really nice. And as the summer continues, the area looks more and more nicer. So this is one of the areas that will, you know, benefit from the Bear Stadium because more and more people will get to enjoy this area here. So this main street right here is Calumet, and one of the things I wanted to show was this island over here. A lot of people were joking, saying the stadium was gonna be in that island right there, and build a bridge to it. Honestly, I think that would be pretty cool, but I don't know if that's not possible at all. I'm pretty sure. But we have a lot of new residential development on this side right here. These houses were starting to get built last year. We got a new fire station right here. Very nice looking. And one of the houses, I hope you guys can see, this house right here has a big Bears flag right there. Everybody from here, majority of people from this area are Bears fans. When it's Sunday, you see cars with their flags, you see, you know, houses with their flags, you see people with their jerseys. You know, it's like we're in Chicago. And we're not near all the hustle and bustle of Chicago. So it's pretty cool. I can show you right here on the map where we're located, in case you've never heard of this area. So we're right here. And so Lake Michigan is just on the right side. We're gonna go ahead and come down here and ride the rim of this lake. And on the way back, we'll go up the hill and go the opposite way, so we can look at everything from an elevated level. But yeah, those are the new residential buildings. It's a very calm day now. It's crazy how much the weather changed in a few hours. But here we got a playground. People come in through this entrance to enjoy the playground. There's a splash pad right there, right next to it. Not this. This is not the splash pad. But right here, we come here often. But if you take this bike trail all the way down, it leads you right to Chicago. And we will do that on another bike ride. So right now, this is gonna be the first episode of Red Sea Rides. And it's just kind of just like a cruise, and we're gonna be cruising the Bears' possible new stadium home. So if you look all the way down there, um, that's the middle point of Wolf Lake, and that is the expressway right there. And that expressway leads and gets off right on Indianapolis Boulevard, which is Chicago. Um, and then on the other side is the Chicago side of Wolf Lake. So a lot of people don't talk about that when they cover this area. This is the Indiana side of Wolf Lake, and then that is the middle side of Wolf Lake, the middle. And then on the other side, it is the Avenue O side of the Chicago side of Wolf Lake. So it's pretty much Chicago. So people that are tripping about them leaving Chicago, this is probably a better option than Arlington in regards to distance. All right, so we're gonna go. We're gonna try to see. We're going 5. We're still testing this battery out. We're on 5 right now, so that's pretty cool. And I gotta remember that I enabled cruise control on this thing, so when I keep the acceleration at the same pace, the acceleration at the same pace. Sorry, I just got a text. Um, it goes automatically. All right, so when it's clear, we're gonna go ahead and speed up. This will be a good test for the wind. And I watched a bunch of videos. Okay. I watched a bunch of videos on ooh, shit. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. On wind, the mic, and one of the videos, the guy was talking about how not to scream because people tend to talk louder when the wind gets in their ears, and to just talk normal so it doesn't, clip too much. So right now we are at the top of the hill that I pointed out earlier. So if we look down this way, this is the Lost Marsh, which is the golf course in Hammond. I believe Hammond owns that golf course, so it'll be no big deal for the Bears to come and just purchase that because there's not another owner to buy from. We have the marquee right there that shows off the different events for Hammond. But we got the golf course that a lot of people in Chicago come here to enjoy. One of the rumors I heard was if the Bear that was going to be the area where the Bears are going to build, and that they were going to drain the lake that's over here to have more land. So who knows? There's been so many rumors about this stadium and what they're going to do and where they're going to build and blah, blah, blah. And this is probably all just a sham so Arlington could be approved by the state representatives in Illinois. For me, it's just exciting either way, because I never would have thought, you know, ever that the Bears would be moving out of Chicago, period. But to be close to us, even where I lived in Chicago, I lived in South Chicago, that this would be literally like 5 minutes away from where I used to live in Chicago. So it's exciting, and everybody that's in this area is excited about it. All right, so we got this side, and right now we're looking, this will be towards downtown area over here. So we're like right where the pavilion is. We can use that as a compass. What the heck is this guy doing right here? And look at, he's from Illinois. He's probably trying to see the stadium, stadium place. Crazy, right? So yeah, so we kind of could use this as a northern compass to show where Chicago is. And we got the stairs. So when there's concerts and stuff, these stairs are packed. Everything is packed here. And then we got this top view from right here. And then we'll be going down on the other side to check it out, to check out behind the fire station. And that's another way we can get to Whiting. There's actually two ways on this side to get to Whiting. So we'll go down that way too. All right. I feel a little weird riding around with the camera because I feel like people are looking at me. So that area right over there is the area where we can go to Whiting as well. And then we go on this side. So this is the lake that they were talking about draining. Don't know if that's possible. Don't know if that's true. But it's a nice little bike route. Hammond, people joke about Hammond being the city of bike routes. Every time they build something new, it's like, what are they building? It's like another bike route. It's like there's so many bike routes in Hammond. So if I go down here a little bit more, so this is behind the fireplace. The fire station. Then we can go down here, and then we're literally side by side next to the lake right here. Now this is not Wolf Lake. I forget the name of this lake, but this is a little lake here. So tell them subscribe to REDC Gaming. You want to see yourself. Put our area on the map, son. All right, so my battery's holding up pretty good so far, so that's good. Hopefully my memory's holding up good on this thing. So we have a lot of wildlife here. We got like, was that a swan or something right there? We have geese. We got turtles, snakes, frogs, all this stuff. And it's a nice little chill area. You know, if you got a lot on your mind here and you don't want to go too far, people tend to come right here in this little spot and just chill and decompress and, you know, look at the birds. And people come fishing here all the time. I wouldn't eat the fish because they might be, you know, like glowing or something. But another video, we'll go down all the way and then we'll check out what's down in that area. But yeah, we're gonna go down over here and back to where we came from. You know, there's times in the summertime where it's just beautiful driving down here. You got all the trees and flowers and everything. All right, we're gonna go down this way.